Hello, Anton. Hello, guys.
Hello, Dmytro. Hello, colleagues.
Yep. Welcome to our BA Project Insider BA Project Insider initiative. And this time we don't have any kind of technical issues. So, guys, one more time, our apologies for the last event where we have some kind of technical issues. Right now, everything is fine with our translation, online translation, etc. So you're very welcome to stay with us, and we hope that we will be very useful and helpful for you today. For this event, for this topic, we prepared some kind of interesting idea, how we can describe, our features in our BA's practice in the best manner, in the best way. A lot of things were provided in knowledge base for business analysts related to the user story format description. We know that we have almost more than 90 user story description formats. Some of them are really popular, like Gherkin approach, etc. Some of them are pretty custom, but or were customized. But in any case, we have one more big part in our BA work related to the feature description, because everything starts from ideas, from capabilities, and a lot of things depends on how we going to decompose this idea, how we're going to describe this idea in the best manner for the future user stories creation. And this is a level description, feature level description for all of us. So that this time we're going to speak about that question with my colleague, and with all my pleasure, I want to introduce Anton Mnykh, the great business analyst, great QA specialist, quality assurance specialist, lead QA in his past. Anton just switched to the business analysis practice and trying to go forward on that career way. So Anton has a great experience in software development lifecycle, in product development lifecycle, 7 year plus in IT. He has a doctoral degree, doctoral of science. Yeah, so Anton, very welcome one more time in our initiative. And
thank you, Dmytro.
Yeah, and me,
for such
Chief.
nice presentation.
Yep, thank you, Anton. Yeah, and me, as usually, Dmytro Lozovytskyi, Chief Business Analyst, EPAM. Some of you guys knows me very well. Maybe we have also we hope that we have also newcomers in our community. So I like to combine, based on my experience, broad experience, I like to combine different kind of knowledge areas, and I strongly convinced in that idea that only on the edge we can create something new and something interesting for all of us. So that is why I try to provide some kind of experiments and investigations, and I like to share my knowledge and these results with you guys on permanent basis. And let me remind in short manner that we have in our format event 30 minutes active discussion, three practical cases, 2 experts, and main outcome 1-pager helper for you guys, because we need to have on our hands sometimes pretty practical things, techniques, approaches that can help us on fly. And we can start, I guess, 5 minutes for introduction, for explanation why we choose this topic. And that is great opportunity to start the first case, where we can review some kind of practical situation or case when BA just need to interact with not qualified product manager. Yeah. We have some kind of situation that, or we faced with situation very often. We can face with situation when the new product manager, without enough experience and lack of domain and product knowledge, just came into the project from client side, and we need to interact somehow with him. We need to determine the needs of communication process. Yep. How we going to interact? How we going to educate this guy, because he needs our help? And the stakeholders were not available by request. It's also some kind of conditions that we faced very often on our projects. So, Anton, what do you think about these challenges? Are they enough for us?
Sometimes we can face with such situation with not clarified product manager who just onboarded on a new project, have lack of expertise in product management knowledge, and especially in understanding product background and how the product work under hood. Our team main idea and responsibility is to choose the right approach to provide this onboarding process to such product manager. Establish some kind of communication channel with such product manager, what will be more useful for him and for our team. And the main contact points for such onboarding process should be product manager, business analyst, and in our point of view, more suitable will be QA representative, QA lead, or QA engineer who has a pretty cool experience with our project. Why these three persons? All of them are some kind of end-to-end user of our product, and business analyst and experience QA can provide all enough information to product manager to realize this pretty easy way to onboard him.
Okay.
Our main goal is educate project manager in our team, and to establish this personal peer-to-peer interaction from this side to product manager representative.
Yeah, I can agree with you. Based on my expertise, yep. First of all, in peer-to-peer communication, we're going to grow the trust step by step.
It's our main goal. Earn this trust with such client representative as product manager, because this trust will have a pretty big influence in our success with next product development stages, and maintaining from product manager of our team also will be pretty useful for us.
Yeah, I can again agree with you totally. And but I want to add something more about the trust. In my opinion, I think the trust should be based on results that was achieved, step by step. And this is also some kind of easy way how we can interact better and better step by step. Well, I have a couple of questions about your experience in that case, because we described the case for the guys, but actually the key points were sounded, and I have additional 2 more questions. What is the most challengeable communication point in that case for you related to the product manager interaction?
The most challengeable part is this first contact. To establish good relationship between our team representatives and with product managers. So we should become like friends, like good colleagues, and to choose appropriate approach for new person. It's one of the big challenge. The next one, it's some kind of additional support, additional effort of our team that we should
provide
to provide to this product manager. Yeah, our team can have some capacity, and onboarding of new product manager required more capacity, more time from our team, and sometimes it requires not only additional team, but and team patience. Because sometimes these onboarding processes goes not well every time. Sometimes we need to spend more time for this onboarding, provide a lot of documentation, a lot of knowledge transfer session, answer on a lot of questions from project manager side, and so on.
Yeah, I just want to add, you taught a very interesting point, the onboarding process. Yep, and I think that continuation of this onboarding process for product manager should depend. Just a kind reminder for all of us. It should depend on a couple of things. First of all, the complexity of the product. Yep. And the second one, the pace of communication, the pace of communication, the pace of communication, or rhythm of communication and interaction with the team. And I have one more question, just a final question for this case. If you can say that in short form, please, you're welcome. How you, as a business analyst, motivate your key guys in the team to be patient in product manager education process and or activities and his onboarding?
It's a really pretty tricky question, so we should use here some kind of psychological tricks, I guess. So it's pretty difficult sometimes to choose appropriate behavior with each team members and the product manager. It should be based only on your own experience, and you should provide understanding to your
this is a key
team. That's good condition and good relationship with product manager will lead to our common success of our team and our product manager. Only in this way, when we will have good mood, good relationships, we will be able to achieve good results.
Yeah, that is a great point. I will add my vote to this one, and I just want to highlight that yes, every time, we have different people in different teams, but we need to understand that on team level we have guys always the common interest, and this common interest say to us that we need to be patient. We need to provide on the first place the interests of our client. And if we have the product manager or product owner on client side as the main representatives of client will, we need to be oriented on them, and we need to cover by our and we need to do our best. To interact with that people, to educate these people, and at the same time to be patient for them. Well, that's great. That was the first case and we can switch, I guess, to the second one. The second case is, I think, that is also interesting for us, for all of us guys, and this case will provide additional details, I guess. to the general question that we're going to review together today. This case is about not very clear vision on product roadmap creation process. I predict, Anton, that this case is about some kind of mess on managerial level on client side. Am I right?
Yep, you're right, Dmytro.
Yeah, and let me provide one more detail for our guys, and you can share your piece of advice and your part of expertise. I think that very often, guys, we also can see that in big and challengeable IT projects and very scalable IT projects with different delivery centers, etc., we have some kind of situation where we're going to use some kind of framework. It could be less, it could be safe, it could be Spotify, etc. Doesn't matter. But this frame just help to organize and orchestrate all our activities on organizational level at all. Yeah. And that means that any kind of team should be aware what should be done, how this or that should be done, and at what time, on what day we need to do this, and this. Yep. So we need to schedule, we need to plan our activities based on that frame. But we also can face at the same time with some kind of paradox when when we have very cool frame that was chosen by the management of our client, and this frame is not efficient due to the different reasons. And first reason is the reason that we don't have the central some kind of basic group, yeah, we can say core team who manage this process at all on client side. What should be done, Anton, in your opinion, if we faced with that challenge?
So I just wanted to clarify that such challenges could appear during this PI planning phase when all team representatives of team PO representatives gather on such meetings, and on such meetings we can realize that there are no enough scope for next quarter of development, and sometimes we should provide some initiative, some activities to our stakeholders to fulfill this PI planning process, to our backlog for next quarter, and so on. So for such an initiative, we should be proactive in this scope defining process for our team.
How we can interact?
What is the main challenges? Yep. What is the main challenges we could face during this process? The main challenge, it's the first one. It's to find real decision makers on the product. So sometimes we should figure out who that contact point, who we should involve in team scope discussion, who can approve our proposals, and who will maintain our decisions to proceed in next development phase. The next one it's this scope planning process. So our team should have a pretty deep understanding and background in understanding future development phase of our project, what we developed currently. So this decision. Sorry.
Yeah, please.
This couple of processes, finding real decision makers and organize strategic planning session with them will help us to create such kind of team backlog for next quarter. And through next step-by-step refining, meetings, communication, this process could be formed, discussed, and approved. So it's the main points and steps in such kind of situation.
Yep, awesome experience. And I just want to add a little bit more context here from my side. In my opinion, yeah, you're right. We need to become. Yep, we can say this basic group. Yep, we need to become this basic group, or we need to become a core team. Around this team should be organized everything. Yep. And
Yep.
I can say that we need to, in such class of cases, practical cases, we need to provide some kind of level behavior, act by example. Yep. As you mentioned before, so we need to provide the example in actions and be proactive, as you mentioned. And in that combination of actions and behavior, we can burn again some kind of a needed level of attention from client side, what we're going to do with them and for them. And in that case, we need to add, as mentioned before, strategic planning session or strategic planning workshop for our client. Show example for other team members and teams generally. And during this strategic session, we can form not only our priority, guys. Please think a little bit more in interaction with other team leaders or PM, DMs. Yep, you can just organize. You can just become an organizer of general strategic planning session, and that is a huge step again to build the trust between you and client. So that is interesting case, and that is pretty challengeable case. It doesn't matter from framework or approach that was chosen or just using by your client at this time. It depends on managerial culture level on client side, and we need to be adaptive in that question. We need to investigate, we need to educate ourselves if we want to provide enough level of understanding what should be done. Yep, from understanding of the business needs, because business needs just capabilities that represents the business needs. Yep, capabilities level, ideas level, just forming on such kind of strategic session. So this is a huge point in our experience basis. And we need to understand how we should conduct such class of workshops, how we should conduct such things for our clients. And based on them, we're going to describe the features. Yeah. And I think that this is the right time to go to the third case related.
Dmytro, I just wanted to add for the second case that you and me pretty often face it with situation that EPAM team, technical team, BAs, POs have a pretty huge expertise in different projects, and sometimes helps during such sessions with stakeholders spread the horizons of stakeholders' view on his own project, and it helps to discover more steps for next development his project based on our team expertise. And this proactivity, this communication with stakeholders help to both of us, to our team, to our developers receive a new scope of work for next quarter, and to product owner, stakeholder receive new ideas for future product development.
Yeah, absolutely. And right now, this is the third case that just was fulfilled with all our experience and related to the feature description question in the close manner. So let me just share this information with you guys. We always, when we're going to speak about the capabilities or ideas on client side, we need to understand how we should describe any kind of features in efficient manner. And that means that we can use created or existing templates for such kind of activity on business analyst side and PO side as well. But very often, and this is not rare case, that the standard feature description format are not enough for us. Why? Because we have different project specific. Why? Because we should have different level of technical understanding, technical details, proposal, etc., etc. So that things just pushed us on our project to create some kind of specific feature description format that we are using in practice, and we approbate on practice. We try, we just confirm this its efficiency on practice. So what is going on in that question? We just can provide to you some kind of the model of this feature description format. But before that, I just want to add a couple of words about the challenges. Yep. When we faced with some kind of when we faced with the feature description question, we need to take in mind a couple of things. That we need to be specific and creative when we brainstorm the custom feature description format with our guys in our team. And we need to adapt to this format from time to time, and we need to think always about possible improvements, because any kind of format, any kind of approach is not a rock. Yeah, we can say that they need to be updated. Yep, based on our conditions, based on conditions of our project, etc. I mean, conditions of our work in development team. And we also need to align this vision with our clients and our stakeholders. So to be on the same page and to educate them what kind of information we need to have from their side. So also we have one more point that we used on practice. We trying to create this feature description format in AI adaptive manner, yeah, in AI usage adaptive manner. So you need to think what kind of structure of feature description format you need to have that that AI tool can help you to fulfill that information or structure this information. So with big pleasure with Anton, we can present this format to you guys. And we call this format optimal epic description format for AI usage, and not only. So Anton, can you share some details why we divided this format into 4 parts?
Yeah, thank you, Dmytro. Honestly, I wanted to tell that this approach that Dmytro told about before is pretty useful. We use it in our previous and current project, and some kind of situation where we can use this epic description approach and format. It's lack information for feature description, or a lot of information for feature description, which is not familiar for development team. Yeah, at the same time. So for start our work with such functionality, we conduct, as mentioned here, the 3 amigas exercise. So we try to split huge feature in smaller parts, trying to figure out what is the core part of this functionality, understanding business context, goals, business hypotheses, etc. After that, we switch to investigation part with our developers team and establish next points of this stage. Next, after this investigation part and understanding of the top of this iceberg, we trying to create description part with proposed solution, with proposed approach, understanding risk, dependencies, and so on. And all this part we trying to discuss with stakeholders, with architects, representative from stakeholder side, and so on. And in such manner, step by step, we trying to form this work case description. It helps a lot in common feature description and implementation approach process that could be stored in Jira or in Confluence space, like pretty complex feature description. And on the other hand, such approach in work case description pretty useful and helpful during user story creation in help with AI or not, because such description is pretty complex with all development steps approved by architecture from our own architecture or architecture from stakeholder side, from our development guys, and based on that, user story creation process is pretty easy and pretty understandable fast for a business analyst.
Yeah, and I can say that guys, very often, the feature description process, especially, you can ask me, Dmytro, why these features or that features wasn't described on client side? It depends, guys. Sometimes we get very cool description of features, and we can work with them in fast and efficient manner. But very often, again, it depends on client. We can get very, very small piece of information, and you need to write a huge investigation that seems like or looks like as a puzzles, exercise. So that is why when you're trying to match at the same time a lot of information related to this feature, this or that feature, it seems like you can build the complex picture from the very, very small pieces, very, very small puzzles with a lot of legs, or with the gaps. And this is a very painful process for any kind of business analyst or PO. But our approach allows us to go through this feature description process step by step. And as Anton mentioned, we have the 4 big parts that should be fulfilled one by one. If you don't fulfill the first one, you can switch to the next. And also, we prepared for your attention, guys, very interesting, and for your teams, especially for the 3 amigos leaders, that you have in your teams based on the best agile practice. We also prepared some kind of main questions, 3 for for each part, 3 main questions. What should be covered? On what questions you need to provide you need to get the answer, and that help you to build the right communication accents with your stakeholders at the same time. So when you will try to use this format in your practice, we highly recommend to you just to discuss this format with your team leads, dev lead, QA lead, architect, design lead, etc., and think with what kind of details you should fulfill each bullet point that you can see in each chapter of this module. This is also some piece of advice from our side. And for sure, guys, you can find this work epic description or feature description format, working epic description format for you on my LinkedIn page and Anton LinkedIn page as well. So I think that we covered 30 minutes of discussion, and we hope that small piece of our experience will be very useful for you. Thank you so much, Anton, for this productive discussion and meeting. Thank you, guys, that you are interested in our BA community. Stay with us, visit us, our pages, reading our articles, posts, etc. Stay aligned with our event schedule. This link will help you to do that in easy manner. And as usually, see you next time very soon. We will have the next BA Project Insider session with very cool speaker from IIBA Ukraine chapter. So don't miss that. And as usually with us, we hope you will be very efficient, and with us you have additional interest for business analysis area and knowledge. Thank you so much, and see you next time.
Thank you, colleagues. Have a nice day.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.